Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio, and today it is a very good morning indeed. It's new set reveal day. I like new set reveal day. New set reveal day makes me very, very happy indeed. And what we've got here is, well, it's a double set, but we're going to start off today having a little bit of a look at Snow Hazard. And I am delighted to say that once again, the trademarks that we looked at the other day turned out to be 100% correct. And I am once again delighted to say that not only were the trademarks real things, which is lovely, but we totally nailed the theme of the set. It is those legendary Pokemon from the endgame, and the real highlight Pokemon, the cover Pokemon for Snow Hazard is, and it wasn't exactly the hardest prediction in the world, let's be clear, but it totally is Chien-Pao. I did do these translations myself, I should say, although I did check with the lovely 2new1223 over on Discord and the lovely Joe over at Cerebi.net. Those are two very lovely people indeed. So shout out to those lovely people for being, well, frankly, lovely people. Cool. So what have we got then with Chien-Pao? Well, we got 220 HP, which is honestly about right for a basic EX. A weakness to metal, which is not the end of the world right now. And we've got a lovely ability that says, once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in your active spot, you may search your deck for up to 2 basic water energy, reveal them, and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. There are 2 very important things missing from the wording of this ability. Number 1, it does not say you can only use this ability once during your turn. If you've got multiple Chien-Pao, you can use this multiple times. Number 2, it does not say that it ends your turn. What this means is that you can use this ability as often as you like, as many Chien-Pao as you've actually got, you can get them in and out the active, be using this ability, and having a jolly old time doing so. This is wonderful, ladies and gentlemen. This is wonderful. But why do you need to get so many energy into your hand? Well, we're actually going to go out of order a little bit here. Now, obviously, in days past, years past, I would have been telling you about Frostmoth, because Frostmoth has the rather nice ability that lets you attach as much water energy during your turn as you like. Only to your bench water Pokemon, but still, you can attach as many as you like. And honestly, like, this ability goes way back. We've seen this a million times on a million different Pokemon. I'm not going to sit here and list out all the Pokemon that have had it. I will give you the Blastoise. The Gen 5 Blastoise. Here's a reprint from Plasma Storm, or Plasma Blast it actually was. I like the artwork on this one a bit better. But the point is, we've seen this ability many, many times. We need it back, ladies and gentlemen. We've got it back. We've got it back, Excalibur. Yes, I'm proud of that. You see, Excalibur is here. And Excalibur has this ability. Now, it's better than Frostmoth's ability, but it is a stage 2. As often as you like during your turn before you attack, you may attach a water energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon. And there are 2 gigantic advantages that this has over Frostmoth. Number 1, you are attaching to your Pokemon, not your bench Pokemon, not your water Pokemon. You are attaching to your Pokemon. That's actually both advantages in one, to be fair. Those are your 2 advantages. It's great. It is any Pokemon, benched or active, water or otherwise. And I'm assuming at this stage you're already seeing the combo going on with Chien-Pao here. Because Chien-Pao is going to go and get all of your energy, and then Excalibur is going to attach it. Yes, it is a stage 2, I understand this. But it is clearly the new version of it. We're not going to be getting this ability back on a stage 1. Frostmoth would be a heck of a lot better with Chien-Pao, and there is a strong argument that Chien-Pao would be better with Frostmoth than Excalibur, but we can't go back in time because that card's rotating out. We're not going to have it. So this is the combo. Chien-Pao gets the energy, Excalibur attaches it. What about the attack? Well, the attack is honestly kind of predictable. For 2 colorless energy, discard any amount of water energy from your Pokemon, that is to say from any of your Pokemon, and this attack does 60 damage for each card that you discarded in this way. Oh, we like this, ladies and gentlemen. We like this very, very much indeed. Because Chien-Pao gets the energy, and then remember, you're searching it out your deck. It's not the top X cards or any of that rubbish. If it's in your deck, you can have it. So this gets the energy, and then Baxcalibur attaches the energy, and then you just discard it. But the great thing is, it doesn't matter where you put the energy, as long as the energy is on the board somewhere, you're good to go. And this is a very, very big deal, and I love this very, very much indeed. This is cool. Is it too much? And the answer might be yes. I do remember incidentally we've got Energy Recycler, which will put 5 basic energy back into your deck. This is going to be your best friend here. It's an item card that puts 5 energy back in your deck. And remember, Chien-Pao here goes and gets the energy from your deck with no downside. So you're good to go. You are absolutely rolling here. You don't need to have the energy in hand or in a discard or any of that. So a card like Energy Recycler becomes great, because this just goes back into your deck and Chien-Pao gets from your deck and you're good. Although we also do need to bear in mind here that Superior Energy Retrieval is now back in the game. That has had a reprint, and that does let you discard 2 cards from your hand to put 4 basic energy from your discard into your hand, which can then, of course, be attached with Baxcalibur. And I know that Chien-Pao can just go and get the energy back from your deck, but Superior Energy Retrieval is still good, because you don't have to get the energy back from your deck. It goes straight to your hand, you attach it, you smash. I like both of these cards here. But this doesn't really work without the Stage 2 Baxcalibur, let's be clear. If you're just using Chien-Pao here, it's not enough. You haven't got enough energy. You've got the energy in hand brilliantly, but you're not attaching it enough. Sure, we've got stuff like Melanie, although remember that has to be attached to a Pokemon V. So Melanie will work, but it won't get the energy onto this. You need to get the energy onto something else, although you can still discard it from there. But that's 1 extra energy per turn. Realistically, this isn't going to build up enough energy onto your Pokemon, and that's going to be a problem. So it's incredibly simple. If you think you can get the Stage 2 Baxcalibur out, this is a phenomenal combo, because what you've got here is a great way to find the energy, a great way to attach the energy. Like everything else, as soon as you get the Stage 2, basically everything else is done for you. You'll need to switch around a little bit to get maybe multiple Chien-Pao in the active on a few turns, but that's not the end of the world. What the problem here is the Stage 2. Once you get the Stage 2, you got the energy out of the deck easily, you're attaching it easily, you've got an attack that can do huge damage. And the thing is, I really like this. And I really like this because it's only getting the Stage 2. It's not getting the Stage 2 and then finding the energy. It is, the energy is fine. The attack will KO literally anything. The only issue here is getting the Stage 2 in play. And if that's the only issue, I think this can work. I'm giving it 4 Wassies. I legit like this. But hey, there is another EX, and it's weird because they should be revealing the other legendary here, all right? This should be the reveal of Wo-Chien. Like, that should be what they're showing off here. And they're not. And it's really weird to me, ladies and gentlemen. It is incredibly weird to me. I'm sure it's in the set, incidentally. I am convinced it is in Snow Hazard, but they just haven't shown it off yet, and I'm not sure why. What they have shown off, however, is Squawkabilly EX. And I kind of love Squawkabilly EX on turn 1. You see, what we've got here is a phenomenal ability. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may discard your hand and draw 6 cards. You can't use more than 1 Squawk Take ability each turn. It's phenomenal. It's Dedenne. But not only is it Dedenne, it's Dedenne where you can use the ability later. Which is huge, because sometimes with Dedenne, it's like, well, I want to use these other cards, but I've got to use Dedenne, but then I lose my hand. Here, you can play this, use a bunch of other cards, and then use this ability at the end of your turn, which is better. Hang on a second. This seems broken if I can use it every turn, doesn't it? Yes. Yes, it does. But it only actually works on your first turn of the game. Doesn't matter whether you go first or second, incidentally. That's fine. But this is your first turn. If this actually sat on the bench and let you have this ability every turn, it would be one of the very, very greatest cards we have ever seen in the history of the game. But it would be broken. It would be too gosh darn good, and we don't really want that. So unfortunately, it is only on your first turn of the game, which is a little bit sad, but understandable, but still a little bit sad. However, on turn 1, this is phenomenal. Also, do remember, this is actually really important. Quick Ball is rotating out, and we're going to be left with Nest Ball. And remember that Nest Ball puts a Pokemon straight onto the bench, so you don't get coming into play abilities. So it's really important that this is an ability used from the bench, not an ability which is when you play it, because otherwise Nest Ball would be a huge, huge problem here. Great ability, but it's only good once. Also, do bear in mind, this is launching into a format where we have Battle VIP Pass. That card lets you get 2 basics on your first turn of the game. Yes, so you play one Squawkabilly, right? And if you hit Battle VIP Pass, one of the 2 you get is Squawkabilly, and then you get a huge extra, big new 6-card hand, which is great. And if you don't hit turn 1 Battle VIP Pass, you leave it in your deck because Squawkabilly is only really good on turn 1. So in a format where we've actually got Battle VIP Pass anyway, oh my word, this just gets even better again. As for the attack, single colorless energy, 20 damage, attach 2 basic energy from your discard pile to your bench Pokemon in any way that you like. Which is actually alright. It's a decent enough attack. We kind of like this, ladies and gentlemen. You're getting energy from the discard pile out. It's only a single colorless energy to do so. This is rather lovely. What's the downside? You remember you got 160 HP. I haven't actually said that yet. So, yeah, let me say that now. You got 160 HP. 160 HP is full on pitiful. It's horrendous. It's terrible. It's embarrassing. Other negative words. This is something which is going to cause you problems, frankly. So yeah, have fun with that. And this is why I like Fortin with this. I love this with Fortin, because basically, right, what you do, you use this, you use the ability, and then you use Fortin to switch it for something else, which doesn't have 160 HP and give up 2 prizes. There will absolutely be games where the attack here is good, and where the attack letting you attach extra basic energy is great, and we love it. But there are going to be a lot more games where you use the ability here, and then you basically end up with nothing to do, and you don't want to use the attack, and you've got 160 HP liability on your bench, and that's a bit of a problem, at which case Fortin comes in very nicely, swaps it for another basic Pokemon from your discard pile, and you are good to go. This is a combo I like. I'm still giving this 4 Wassies. It's still a phenomenal turn 1 play, and look, we all used Dedenne and then left it on the bench as 160 HP liability, so I don't see any reason why we wouldn't want to use this. Also, do bear in mind, the wording is a little bit awkward. You can't use more than one of these each turn. As I've said, it is only your first turn, but it means you can't use 4 Squawkabilly EX on turn 1, because that would be ridiculous. There we go. I like these cards. I do think the whole Chien-Pao combo is a bit awkward because of the stage 2, but the fact that it's only the stage 2 does give me a little bit of hope. And as for Squawkabilly, look, it's the new one, right? We had Dedenne, we've had a million of these in the past. We're just saying goodbye to Crobat in the rotation. This is the new one, but it's only on turn 1, but it's really good, so there we go. That's what I think. But now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about all of these cards. Tell me how excited you are for the new sets. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWasi. That's where we talk Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, all kinds of fun things. And of course, you can get shout-outs on the channel like the lovely AB3, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and is a very lovely person. So shout out to them for all the support and for being a very lovely person. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.